Hello and welcome to India Decides. I'm Gargi Rawat. Today on the show, the controversy and politics around the alleged assault of AAP leader Swati Maliwal, and this coming just ahead of polling in Delhi. Video versus FIR. Maliwal claims assault. AAP claims to show the truth. The controversy, let's first take you through this entire controversy. So it began with Swati Maliwal's allegations against Arvind Kejriwal's aide, Bibhav Kumar. It escalated today with a series of fast-paced developments. The Delhi police filed an FIR yesterday following the complaint lodged by the Rajya Sabha MP against Bibhav Kumar, details of which emerged today. In that FIR, she claims that on Monday morning at the Chief Minister's residence, when she had gone to meet with Mr. Kejriwal, Bibhav Kumar slapped her at least 7 to 8 times as he was not allowing her to meet with the Chief Minister, and then brutally dragged her while kicking her in the chest, stomach and pelvis area. So very gruesome description of how she was attacked and how terribly, how vicious it was. Now today we saw a limping Maliwal recording her statement in front of a magistrate. Yesterday she had also been taken to AIIMS by the cops for a medical checkup. Later today she also visited the Chief Minister's residence with the police. That was in the evening today to recreate the events that took place on Monday, according to her. But then earlier in the day today, a video emerged from Monday, a 52-second video where Maliwal can be seen engaging in a heated argument with the security staff at the Chief Minister's residence. She can be heard stating that she has called the police control room and she's going to wait there until the police personnel arrive. She also threatens the person that I will have your job. So let's just listen in first to this video that was released.
I will do it. आज मैं इन लोगों को सबको बताऊं।
हाँ बता देना वो आपका है
आप मेरे को डीसीपी से बात करेंगे
अभी करा रहे हैं आप
उधर
आप आइए ना।
नहीं मैं एसएचओ सिविल लाइन से बात करूंगी पहले।
नहीं हम यहाँ नहीं कर सकते।
नहीं अब यही होगा जो करना है करो और तुम्हारी भी नौकरी खाऊंगी अगर मेरे को टच करा।
तो सभी तो कह रहे हैं हम बड़ी रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
मैंने अभी 112 पे कॉल कर दी है, लेट द पुलिस का, उसके बाद मैं बात करूंगी।
तो पुलिस भी तो बाहर आएगी, वो यहाँ तक नहीं आएगी ना।
नहीं कुछ नहीं होता, अब अंदर ही आएगी जो
होगा। प्लीज कम
मैडम बात
हेलो मैडम प्लीज
उठा के पहने ना, उठा के पहने।
हम रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं आपको।
हम तो रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
आज फेंक दो।
आप पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, आपके साथ ऐसा थोड़ा नहीं।
All right, so that was the security from the Chief Minister's gate that had been called in to ask Swati Maliwal to leave, and this video obviously released, it's not clear who shot it, but obviously released from the Aam Aadmi Party as many of the leaders shared it on social media. Now Swati Maliwal, after that video was leaked out, reacted, referring to it as said that a political hitman and that it was out of context. So she said it was a political hitman who had organized this and that the video was taken out of context. Later this evening, the Aam Aadmi Party also addressed a press conference addressed by Minister Atishi and accused Swati Maliwal of colluding with the BJP to discredit the party during the ongoing general elections. They claimed the video discredited her entire story, that she did not look at all injured or as if she'd been, traumatized in that video, the manner in which she was speaking to the security there. Swati Maliwal then reacted to that press conference, claiming, saying that she had worked for the party for 20 years and is now being accused of being an agent at the behest of a goon. For more on this story, we'll be going across to guests, and first let's listen into what Atishi said today in that press conference.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने एक साजिश रची, एक षड्यंत्र रचा और उस षड्यंत्र के तहत स्वाति मालीवाल जी को दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के घर 13 मई को सुबह सुबह भेजा गया। स्वाति मालीवाल जी उस ड्राइंग रूम में बहुत आराम से बैठी हुई हैं। वो पुलिस कर्मियों को ऊंची आवाज में डरा रही हैं, धमका रही हैं। विभव कुमार जी पर जिस पर उन्होंने आरोप लगाया है, ऊंची आवाज में उनको भी धमका रही हैं, उनके लिए अपशब्दों का प्रयोग कर रही हैं। उनके कपड़े फटे हुए नहीं हैं, किसी भी प्रकार से उनके सर पर चोट नहीं दिख रही है। तो आज के इस वीडियो ने साफ साफ देश के सामने रख दिया है कि स्वाति मालीवाल जी द्वारा लगाए गए ये सारे आरोप बिल्कुल निराधार हैं, बिल्कुल झूठे हैं।
All right, before we go to our guest, I'm first joined by my colleague Ishika Verma, who's been tracking this entire case. She's also been tracking Delhi government. Ishika, so this has been a very, the allegations are so serious that a Rajya Sabha MP was manhandled and beaten in this manner. But there have been so many accusations, counter accusations. Aam Aadmi Party has also changed its stand from Sanjay Singh first admitting that something had happened and that they would take serious action against Arvind Kejriwal's aide to today. When we just heard Atishi there claiming that Swati Maliwal is an agent and a BJP agent, and essentially claiming that she was lying.
Well, yes, certainly, as you rightly pointed out, we have seen, that first time, when this case came to light was when Swati Maliwal made that PCR call. Well, on that day, the Aam Aadmi Party did not react to it. But on the second day, we did see, Sanjay Singh, senior Aam Aadmi Party leader, holding a press conference. And there he said that, the case has been taken cognizance by Arvind Kejriwal and stern action has been directed by Arvind Kejriwal. But certainly after that, now it's a complete U-turn from Sanjay Singh's statement. We did see today that Atishi, who's also a senior Aam Aadmi Party leader, in fact, she said that she alleged, in fact, that this is a conspiracy by the BJP and Swati Maliwal is the face of this conspiracy. We also, saw how, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party questioned Swati Maliwal's version, and in fact, Atishi went on to claim that Swati Maliwal went to Chief Minister's residence that day without an appointment. And then when she was told by Vibhav Kumar that Chief Minister is busy, she started abusing him, and then she even tried to push him to get inside the residential area of the Chief Minister's building. So certainly, these are the allegations, a complete U-turn from what we saw, from the Sanjay Singh statement that happened, and also, what he said during the India Bloc Alliance press conference in Lucknow. So certainly the Aam Aadmi Party has changed its stand, and we have also seen, the reaction of Swati Maliwal over it. Now, Swati Maliwal, in fact, goes on to say that the party is trying to save a goon. Now, in fact, she has also alleged that, they are trying to save him because, he has certain secrets against them, and that is why they are, taking the stand of a goon is what she is alleging. And she says that she has been a 20-year-old Karyakarta of this party, and yet today, a character assassination has been done. So this is what the response of Swati Maliwal also came. In fact, she herself said that this is a U-turn by the Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, Ishika, so lots of twists and turns, and also up pointing out how on that first day on Monday she didn't get her medical checkup done. She did make those 2 calls to the police, the PCR. So all this is now being talked about. Well, to discuss this entire matter as it comes just ahead of elections also, it's a very sensitive case as well. We're joined by Nirmal Kaur, former DGP, Abha Singh, advocate and women rights activist, former bureaucrat, Huda Zariawala, AAP supporter, Neoma Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP and an advocate. Thank you all for joining us. And Abha Singh, first to you, your comments on this entire case. It's such a serious matter, the allegations that have been made, and the Aam Aadmi Party must take action. But now you have all these accusations, counter accusations, this video also being released.
This is not something which can be taken lightly, because Swati Maliwal right now is a member of parliament, and she has been saying that she was beaten up, and now the charges which have been put in FIR, 308 IPC's attempt to culpable homicide, punishment is 3 to 7 years. They have also put 354B, that is somebody tried to disrobe her. And that again is 3 to 7 years of punishment. So such serious charges. But the big issue which comes, I'm being the devil's advocate, she went to the police station on 13th, but she did not register an FIR. So the video footage which was released today, where she is trying to say, "मैं आपकी नौकरी ले लूंगी, आपका मैं trying to barge into the chief minister's house," that also can go against her. But her medical is going to be the most important thing. The forensics is going to update this case, whether she's actually injured, are there any bruise marks on her body. Also the video footage. If the video footage which has been selectively released The full video is there where it is seen that nothing has happened to her and she's telling lies. Then a counter FIR because she has given a statement to a magistrate. So, which would be perjury, which would be telling lies. So then there can be a counter FIR also on her, which you should be ready for. But going by the facts, how things are, if she stands by it and she produces the evidence, Delhi police will have to look into it. But going by Delhi police record, Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, Tarun Tejpal, they have never registered FIR. So they have to now tread it with real sincerity. They have to prove the case because it cannot be under any political compulsion. That is all I can say, because initially when Sanjay Singh said, no, it was bad manners or abhadrata, that time they must have thought she's a party MP and they are in fights and they will get her back. But now when she's taken a side of putting such serious allegations, Aam Aadmi Party will have to defend itself. The Chief Minister will have to show that nothing like this happened. Because what video you are showing, she is sitting confidently, she is threatening the Delhi police officers. So everything has to be seen with a pinch of salt, but going by Delhi police records, I am going to be guarded on this.
All right, and this video obviously shot by somebody. It's not clear who shot it, but yes, the CCTV footage also is something that, the Delhi police is going to be looking at. Nirmal Kaur, it's a political case now. There, so many allegations. Now, Aam Aadmi Party claiming this is a conspiracy by the BJP. You've had a Union Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, addressing a press conference over it, expressing shock that something like this could happen with a woman leader, somebody who's a Rajya Sabha MP, and also the fact that Bibhav Kumar was seen accompanying the Chief Minister just 2 days ago when he was going to Lucknow. So all this, and as Abha Singh said there, she's waiting to see how the police is going to investigate it. So it's something the police will have to tread very carefully around.
I feel, that the most important part is, which Madam Abha Singh missed, is that she made 2 PCR calls. They are of importance, because it's immediately in the moment. That is not afterthought.
Yes.
I mean, after 30 hours, Sanjay Singh spoke up. 30 hours of radio silence.
And in the video, she's saying that I have made a call. She says कि मैंने phone किया है, मैं यहाँ पर, I'll wait for the police to come. So those 2 calls are very important. I think, I feel that the rest of it is all a cover-up. And, now after 3 days, there's a counter FIR. She's coming out with an FIR. She had said that she has been misbehaved with. That was right at the time of the incident. So I think that is perhaps that goes in her favor, that she has spoken from there, and then she could well be very shaken. And what you see is in that video, which has been shot, or they're very selective, very short video. I think parts of it are missing. It's cut out somewhere and perhaps been... This was obviously a video
taken out of context. Context to put her in a bad light.
Video starts with somebody's feet, so somebody's obviously just filming it. But yes, CCTV footage. But what about the fact that she didn't file the complaint on that night, or that she didn't get a medical done on that night? Perhaps she was waiting that the party would take action, or Arvind Kejriwal would.
Maybe she was shaken, and also I think there are many skeletons in their cupboard. There's a lot of money stashed abroad. Their leaders keep going abroad. Now, there are so many skeletons, and they'll have a lot to blackmail each other with. So I feel, that unless the truth is really, it is just much deeper than what it seems today, that it's come out. And Arvind Kejriwal has not spoken at all. None of the parties supporting them have spoken. They have an alliance, a woman's modesty or something happening to the woman as a principle. All of them
the Congress did say that it's up to Swati Maliwal to come forward, and because they spoke yesterday when she hadn't filed the case, and they said that it's up to her.
Even when Swati's ex-husband, there's some footage on a TV channel, I saw that her ex-husband is saying that I know all these people, how but they're like. All the women who have left them, even on the TV I saw Shazia Ilmi and one more lady who had left them. She said that, as a worker there, she was always being harassed and sexually, attacked and misbehaved with. They have no respect for women. Though they came riding on the Nirbhaya case, which was, which was all for, a good society, respect for women, no corruption. I feel the whole Indian middle class has been cheated.
All right. Well, now it's all up to the police to, thoroughly investigate this, and we want to, have the truth really emerge, because there have been so many accusations and counter accusations. Neoma Gupta, we've seen the BJP really taking up this issue. Swati Maliwal is not someone who the BJP has been very, very fond of. Her politics, the type of cases that she's picked up, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, she'd also picked up. And what's been very unfortunate is the politicization of such cases in which there are crimes against women and this sort of selective outraging. That's something that, we've seen a lot of recently in various cases.
See, ma'am, when it comes to, first of all, good evening. When it comes to politics, it's always said that we are politicizing this, the other parties are politicizing things, but nobody sees the larger picture. If there were no watchdogs in this system today, a man like Vibhav Kumar, who was on the run he was in Lucknow, spotted immediately after Sanjay Singh had said that he was responsible for the worst incident which had happened in the Chief Minister's office. So instead of blaming the opposition for politics, they should appreciate them for being watchdogs. Today, what we saw is actually a tragic day in our democracy for women, because AAP has thrown Swati under the bus. A 50-second clip tweeted, which had a disclaimer, by the way, that there was no verification of the same, has just cleaned the slate for them. Not knowing what happened after the clip, not knowing what has happened before the clip. A member of Rajya Sabha from your own party, you have sort of not declared her to be a liar. It takes a lot for a woman who's been ostracized, assaulted, to call up the cops from any place, forget the Chief Minister's house, from any place. You have belittled that by saying that there is political mileage getting out of this through the BJP. The victim is from AAP, the accused is from AAP, the instigator is from AAP, the premises is from the AAP, is from the Chief Minister's residence. How did the interplay of BJP come in? There's a big lacuna in this whole thing. Sanjay Singh, on one hand, says that yes, it was a sad incident which happened, and what needs to be done will be done, and he condemns it. Just hours later, Atishi goes to a different level by saying she is responsible for what has happened. She's a liar and she's a victim of what? Conspiracy theory? There's victimization of a woman who's been assaulted at your Chief Minister's residence, ma'am. Smell the coffee. This is a very grave offense. I want to know, where is the full CCTV footage in this? The cops are involved. They are recreating. The law is taking their actions. You look at the latest tweets, whereby, she's gone and said, who's the hitman? What a strong word to use for somebody you work with.
Right.
Just let me finish. The ex-husband has come and said openly on TV that there were threats to her life. In this whole matrix, you come and say that this girl is lying? Come on. You are doing dirty politics within your own system.
Sure, and we've seen the videos of her today going to to the magistrate's office. She's limping. Yes. Then when she went to the Chief Minister's residence,
more than anything, Gargi, she has been a voice box for injustices to women. And today you just turn the game on her. I'm sorry, but I feel very, very bad for her. More than
somebody who used to head the Delhi Women's Commission.
Yes.
Huda Zariawala, your response to this, the fact that such serious allegations have been made, and the Aam Aadmi Party is turning around and claiming that she's a BJP agent and essentially saying that she's a liar.
Well, Aam Aadmi Party initially stood by her, gave her the benefit of doubt, in fact, held an entire press conference stating that unke saath jo hua hai, wo galat hai. All of that happened. But then when the truth of the matter came out, we stand by women always in cases like this. But if she is maligning the name of Vibhav Kumar, does he not have a right to defend himself? Number one. Number two, all the ex-Aam Aadmi Party ladies who are now, actively part of BJP are saying that Vibhav Kumar character aisa hai, he's a gunda and all of that. They never filed any complaint when they were part of Aam Aadmi Party for this certain, Vibhav Kumar. So why cry foul now? Number three, none of them said that they were sexually assaulted. So I'm just correcting Nirmal Ji. She said that ex-BJP, ladies, now BJP, ex-Aam Aadmi Party ladies said that. No one said they were sexually assaulted by Aam Aadmi Party, by anybody in the Aam Aadmi Party, I correct myself. And number four, when the magnanimity of the incident was so massive. She had made 2 PCR calls. She had all the authority, the right and the willingness to go to the police station, but she yet did not file an official complaint. What does this speak? If the matter was in fact so grave in nature, why would she wait for all that time? What is this whole disappearing, act on her? And also, let's not forget, she turned up at the CM's residence in the residential, area of the residence of the CM house, unannounced, without an appointment. Clearly, a sitting Rajya Sabha MP knows the protocol. She knows that she's got to, follow certain, protocols, take an appointment, do all of that. She did none of that. And now,
but even so, BJP, I mean, we don't, the accusate, what she has claimed, how she was slapped and kicked, etc. That's all very serious. Yes, it's one thing that, she didn't have an appointment and she turned up there. But the first day, yes, Sanjay Singh did say that something had taken place, that there was misbehavior.
And we gave her the benefit of doubt.
And where is Bibhav Kumar? Why is he in hiding? He should come forward and also, tell the police what happened, give his account of what happened.
He has filed an official complaint, a counter complaint against what she is maligning him for. He has every right to defend himself. The court will take due cognizance of the matter. Justice will prevail. This is not a case that will go into hiding anytime soon. Why is Aam Aadmi Party being maligned? Why is the Chief Minister being maligned? Clearly, he wasn't even present at the premises. Her complaint did not state that.
And it's a very serious matter to have taken place in the Chief Minister's residence. But coming back to the politics around it, Abha Singh, this is something that has been very unseemly, distasteful, that every time you have this, a selective outraging of certain cases, whether it be Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and then the more, of course, recently Prajwal Revana case, where he's actually accused of assaulting and raping women, and there are videos of it. He's missing, he's abroad, he's not coming back. So again, it's all a very, all getting politicized, but women's right needs to be in focus, and any sort of crimes against women, justice needs to be done.
Exactly, women have become tools in the hands of these politicians. They are only trying to show that, oh, we are concerned about the safety of women. We are concerned about, if you are concerned about the safety of women, then you should walk the talk. Manipur women, what did you do? Revanna is still sitting abroad. You have not got him here. By this time, he would have blackmailed so many witnesses, victims, what all he would have done. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's son has been given a ticket. So here in this case, when and biggest thing is Swati Maliwal went to the police on 13th. So where is the video footage of that? Let police come and show. Did she come disheveled? Was she beaten up? Her medical, why did police not get the medical done straight up that same day? 13th, why did they let her go? Because it would have strengthened the case. And it is the duty, 154 CRPC very clearly says that it is the duty of any person who gets to know that a crime has happened. So if she told the cops that on 13th I've been beaten, why did not the police write the FIR that same day?
Are you hopeful that, given the kind of political scrutiny on this case and political pressure, one imagines, your hopes that the Delhi police will, thoroughly investigate this and the truth should emerge?
In fact, I feel if you really want to investigate this case, take it out of Delhi police, give it to CBI. Let CBI, court-monitored CBI investigation be done, because half the time women crimes are used by politicians to benefit them, not the cause of women.
Right. Nirmal Kaur, your response to that?
The case is very serious, the allegations are very serious, and they have to be investigated properly.
No, and there can't be any question marks about the police's investigation.
Impartial investigating agency. So there's no question of politicizing it or taking sides. The allegations, for a sitting MP, a lady MP, this kind of violating her, the allegations are really very, very serious. And that means our politics is really, up to the gundas, how they handle it.
Right, but and there can be no question around the Delhi police's investigation as Abha.
As of now, I don't see any. As per the media reports, whatever I have seen, as of now, I feel that they have done whatever professionally they had to do. They have been very professional about it.
Huda Zariawala wants to make a quick response. Quick response from me. I'm running out of time. Yes, Huda Zariawala, go ahead.
you know, it is extremely unfortunate that we support the cause of women in this country. Aam Aadmi Party for sure does it. And when instances like these, you know, come to the foreplay, you know, this puts such a question mark on the general, you know, integrity of the statement of a woman. She is crying foul here. The entire party backed Swati Maliwal initially. We gave her the benefit of doubt to come forward, actually lodge a formal complaint. But then all she did was try to malign Aam Aadmi Party, try to, fabricate statements. Where is this coming from? Why? You know, what is it? She is a sitting Rajya Sabha member of parliament from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Right,
there
absolutely.
was massive respect for her, somebody who's there for a decade. You know,
all right,
what could have
it's a case that, you know, seen twists and turns. Thank you all for joining us, and it comes just ahead of elections in Delhi with the Swati Maliwal, very serious allegations, as we said, of having been beaten at the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. The Delhi police now investigating the matter, and we want clearly that it should be investigated thoroughly and the truth emerge, and no politicization of any crimes against women. That's all the time we have. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.